So this woman says she's a prophetess. She got a word for my husband. I said, no, you ain't got a word for him. You got a word for us.
Okay, so as you can hear, this pastor's wife was not having it when a lady came up saying she had a word. You wanted to give a prophecy to the husband.
The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. Natasha Davis, I told you, I'm not your typical first lady. This first lady fight. And if I catch you in the street, I warned you. I warned you. I'm a Brooklyn chick. That'll never change. I'm just an anointed Brooklyn chick. And I'm coming for that ass. And so y'all, okay, I know I'm gonna be in trouble. I know I'm going to Cleveland, but I had to protect my household. I don't play with my husband. So, this brother in the back, what's up, son? How you doing? He stood up. He's like, yeah, I like her. She said, you see the realness in me? Nah, I'm real all day. The only thing fake is my weave and my hair, and I'm still good, bald-headed. I know I'm going to get in trouble, but I'm going to whoop her. Oh, yeah, I know y'all ain't going to like me. I'm sorry, Joint College of Bishop. I got eyes on her. I got eyes on you, baby. When I see you, I promise you, I'm going to make Larry Reed again. And this time, it's because you got the... I ain't for everybody, but I'm for somebody.
Also, this video is sponsored by RA. And if you are looking for a Bible replacement in South Africa, do holler at them over on their WhatsApp number. They will be posting out Bible specials as they get them over on their WhatsApp status. So save that number and ask them to save you. So if you are looking for that, you'll be able to see those when they come out. Now, there's some shots being fired over here. So far, the pastor's wife, is not having this. Can you rebuke someone without... Now, when it says be angry and sin not, I think this is what it's talking about. I think this is what it's talking about. But by her saying, you know what, when she said to the lady who was supposedly giving a word to her husband, when she said, yeah, these private words you are trying to have, it ain't happening. Okay? That's a rebuke that gets across. That's a message that gets across. But when she oversteps that with the cuss words and whip, all of that kind of stuff that I would have to mute over here, is it still part of the rebuke? Because I think it means something when he says, be angry and sin not. It means there is a certain level where something gets over and it must be addressed, but then don't step into flesh while claiming to be correcting. Right? When I hear this video, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Is to say, is in the name of correcting or rebuking or calling out, are we not getting into flesh? Because for me, she pretty much got into all of flesh. She wasn't just there threatening, say, when I see you, it's going to happen. And I guess that's why truth, it's something that we all know and all can address. It's not like I don't have to be a pastor to know the pressures of a pastor. I still know truth about what true leadership looks like, right? I don't have to be a footballer to know not to kick another person. I know what it means to be gentle towards all men. I understand. I pretty much get that. To know that this person is overstepping their boundaries or is overstepping. So in the same way, I don't have to be a woman in order to know when someone is in the flesh, when they are claiming to be protecting what's theirs, right? While she's claiming to protect her family, she steps into the flesh and speaks after the rudiments of the flesh or the corruption of the flesh. She wants to be ghetto all of a sudden. The ghetto comes back. The fact that the other person is a Christian, you told them, hey, back off. I think you understand what I mean when I say back off. I think she would have gotten the message. But as believers, and this is the thing again, if you go back into the whole subject of us doing apologetics and correcting people and stuff like that, people don't like it when you do apologetics biblically. But when they see this type of things, they'll clap and then when you correct biblically, they say, no, you are judgmental. They stand it. Because when you are correcting biblically, right, or when you're correcting by the Bible standards, they get pissed off at you for correcting someone who is being in the flesh. They dismiss your correct position of correcting someone biblically, but then they would clap for someone who is supposedly rebuking someone carnally. I think the two, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me having a conversation in my head. Right? If I'm correcting someone, I ought not to get into the flesh or swallowed by the flesh. Why is it that she has to be ghetto? She has to speak ghetto in order to rebuke someone. I don't have to be frightening to rebuke someone. I have to look like, I can do the whole thing. Like, why? Why is that necessary to play that character? Just an interesting question. Strict Reality Show with Daily Christian Commentary. I trust the truth enough to rebuke without having to revert or refer to that content of worldliness. I don't have to act like boys in the hood in order for me to be authentic while I'm saying, hey, can you step back? Right? I can do that without making use of that content. I'll be ghetto. Maybe. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all tell me what you think on that one. I thought this was quite an interesting one when it comes to that point. At first, when I heard the first part, I thought, oh, okay, something's going on between a prophet and the wife of a pastor here. When someone claimed to have a word for the pastor, the wife steps in and says, hey, step back. But then it steps into that. But maybe that's just me.